Welcome back, my beautiful blossom babes, to another episode of Glowing and Growing. I'm your host, Priscilla Cervantes, and as always, I am so thankful you've chosen to spend this time with me. This is our safe space, a space where we come together to learn, reflect, and most importantly, to grow into the best versions of ourselves. Today's episode hits close to home. We're going to talk about something that has the power to dim our light if we let it, and that's comparison. You know what I mean. Those moments when you're scrolling on social media and you see someone's vacation photos, their perfect relationship, their dream job, or even their body transformation, and suddenly you start feeling small. Or maybe it's in real life. You see a classmate ace something you're struggling with, or a friend hit a milestone you thought you'd reach by now, and instead of celebrating, you start questioning yourself. If you've ever felt that way, this episode is for you. We're going to look at comparison through the lens of psychology, faith, and personal growth. I'll share stories, strategies, and scriptures to remind you that your journey is uniquely yours. By the end of this episode, my hope is that you'll feel lighter, more confident, and more centered in who God created you to be. So, let's dive in. Let's start with why we compare, the psychology behind it. Comparison isn't random. It's actually hardwired into us. There's a theory called social comparison theory. It says we all have this natural tendency to evaluate ourselves by looking at others. It's like our brains are constantly scanning, am I doing okay? In the past, this wasn't always a bad thing. Think about it. Our ancestors compared themselves to their community to know if they were fitting in, pulling their weight, or keeping up with survival skills. Comparison was a tool to help us grow. But here's where it gets tricky. In today's world, especially with social media, we're exposed to thousands of people every single day. And not just real people, but curated, filtered, and perfected versions of them. So when your brain goes into compare mode, it's not comparing you to reality. It's comparing you to a highlight reel. That's why comparison today often feels overwhelming. It's no longer a motivator, it's a joy stealer. We go from, oh, that inspires me, to, I'll never measure up. I want you to take a moment and think what triggers comparison for you the most. Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it in your workplace, your school, or even your family? Just becoming aware of your triggers is a first step to taking your power back. Comparison isn't just a mindset. It actually affects how we live. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you've just started your fitness journey. You finally got the courage to go to the gym. You walk in, feeling motivated, and then you see someone with the perfect physique. Instead of being proud of yourself for showing up, your inner critic starts, why don't I look like that? What's the point? I'll never get there. And sometimes we let those thoughts win. We go home and we give up. That's the danger of comparison. It paralyzes us. Instead of moving forward in our journey, we freeze because someone else seems further ahead. But here's the truth. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're just at a different stage. Everyone has a day one. Everyone has moments of struggle. What you don't see in that highlight reel are the years of effort, the failures, the setbacks. Now, grab your journal or just think about this. Where in my life have I allowed comparison to stop me from trying? Maybe it's applying for a new job, starting a passion project, or even putting yourself out there in relationships. Write it down. Naming it is powerful. And remember this, The energy you spend comparing could be the same energy you could use to grow. Now, let's shift into faith, because this is where freedom really comes in. Galatians 6, verses 4 to 5 says, "Pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. For we are each responsible for our own conduct." This verse is like a gentle reminder from God. Focus on your lane. He created you with a purpose so specific that no one else could fulfill it. When you compare yourself to someone else, you're basically telling God, your plan for me isn't good enough. But here's the thing, your timeline, your glow, your journey is exactly as it's supposed to be. God doesn't make mistakes. What's meant for you will never pass you by. I want you to think about one area of your life where you've been comparing yourself lately. Maybe it's your career, your appearance, your relationship status. Now, instead of looking at what someone else has, take a deep breath and say, God, I trust you. You are working in my life. My path is mine, and it is good. When you start declaring trust instead of doubt, you realign with God's truth. All right, let's get practical. Breaking free from comparison isn't about flipping a switch. It's about building new habits. Here are some steps that can help you. Number 1, limit your triggers. If social media is a major source of comparison, take a detox. Even a weekend away from scrolling can reset your mind. And when you do use it, follow accounts that uplift you, not the ones that drain you. Number 2, practice gratitude daily. I love journaling for this. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for and 3 things you're proud of. They can be small, like I drank water today, or I encouraged a friend. Because gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Number 3, celebrate small wins. Stop waiting for the big milestones to validate you. Every step forward matters. Did you pray today? Did you keep a promise to yourself? Did you show up for class or work even when you didn't feel like it? That still counts. Number 4, stay in your lane. Write this affirmation down. Her success is not my failure. There is enough room for all of us to shine. Keep it somewhere visible on your mirror or on your phone wallpaper. Number 5, reframe your perspective. Instead of looking at someone and saying, she's ahead of me, say, she inspires me. If she can do it, that means it's possible for me too. Let comparison transform into inspiration. Let me share a little personal moment. Being in pageants has been one of the biggest blessings of my life, but it also tested me with comparison. Surrounded by women who are talented, gorgeous, accomplished, it's easy to shrink back and think, do I even belong here? But over time, I learned something powerful. My worth isn't measured by what the girl next to me has accomplished. My worth comes from God and from the growth I choose every day. When I stopped comparing and started focusing on what made me unique, my story, my voice, my heart, that's when I felt my confidence truly shine. And I promise you, it's the same for you. Your glow is yours. Nobody can copy it. So, my Blossom Babes, here's your challenge for this week. Every time comparison sneaks in, pause, write down one thing you're grateful for in your own life and one thing you admire about the person you were comparing yourself to. That way, you honor your journey and celebrate hers. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Glowing and Growing. Please share it with a friend who needs the reminder too. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode on this glow season. Until next time, keep glowing, keep growing, and remember, Your journey is beautifully and uniquely yours.